For City are, of course, the biggest winners this past week as they hire Mark Bloody Hughes. Sparky's back in the game, but can he save the Bantams? We'll take a little look next. Prediction video today. We look forward to match day number, I think, 34 over in the EFL League 2, of course, and we'll get to that in just a second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button and keep bang up to date with all things League 2 related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Rooski, that's right, of course, mega manager. So it's like someone playing football manager over at Bradford City, bringing in Sparky. Sparky's returned to the management. Of course, his last job, I think, was either in the Championship or maybe even the Premier League, but he's here, of course, back in the game and trying to save Bradford City's season. Can he get off to a flyer this week? Of course, we'll take a little look in just a second. Of course, people shout to my VIPs. They are the patrons, guys. Thank you for your love, and of course, behind the scenes. I'm happy. I'm thrilled for the guy. And a lot of Rovers fans are a little bit, you know, I think they were a little bit envious, really, because they thought they could get him as the next manager to take over Blackburn Rovers. But for me, you never go back. You never go back. That's right. So anyway, if you're new, smash your subscribe. And again, a big shout out to the patrons, of course. So let's take a look at what went on in the mini week. It was a bit of a mini week, wasn't it, over in League 2, but of course we want to bring you bang up to date with, of course, the results here. So Swindon Town, 5-0 demolition over Walsall, monstrous win for them as well, of course, get themselves back in the hunt for playoffs, if not more than that. They're up to 5th at the table now. Kicking off for Colchester, got themselves a loss against Hartlepool. Of course, Hartlepool on the move up to 12th in the table. Of course, Bradford City did lose to Harrogate. Bit of a local affair, that one. Of course, they don't want to do that more often than they need to, but of course they're down to 14th, 10 points. They've played a lot of games as well compared to the competition, so I don't know if he's going to do a great escape right here, right now. And that could be a problem for Sparky when he takes over the reins anyway. Rochdale picked up a draw against Port Vale. Scunthorpe picked up a 0-0 draw against Northampton. And, of course, Kenny Jackett has been fired or has been relieved of his duties. And they lost to Bristol Rovers, who are well and truly back in the game. Barton's boys, fisticuff Barton, of course. I know he's played for Burnley and all that. And I did say I wouldn't mind him being a Rovers manager, but that might be a bit controversial. But, of course, I think I've moved on from that. I've moved on from that you know, whatever that heck was. Anyways, take a look at the table. As you can see, of course, Forest Green lead charge, 10 points clear over Northampton Town. Of course, 11 points on Tranmere. Meanwhile, Exeter, of course, are in 4th. Games in hand, games are plenty as well. Swindon as well. Again, you can't really read too much into this. The COVID, of course, and postponements and the storms, of course, chaos across the leagues. So a lot of teams still going to play 3 games, but again, points on the board is what matters in the end. And of course, down the foot of the table, it was Scunthorpe and Carlisle going down. Goodness gracious me. Meanwhile, let's take a look at our own prediction league. Well, take our bloody bow, Russell Frost and Deep at the Great, picking up 4 there in that mini league. So well done to you guys, kicking us and taking names. What about, of course, the mini leaderboard for the second half of the season? Of course, there's nothing on stake here, but Deep at the Great is running away with it, 58 points. Jimmy Button over there, of course, and Shepherd make up the power tree, brother. Of course, the next time you see me wearing, of course, the League 2 mask, it will bring you bang up to date with the master leaderboard, and of course, the winner of the predictor of the month, of course, will go into the draw at the end of the campaign. So that's it. If you want to get involved, there it is, League 2, getting amongst it. So these are the games, of course, and yes, we're going to be looking forward to a home debut and a difficult one for Sparky as he takes on Mansfield. We'll get to that game in a minute, but kick it all off with Barrow against Harrogate Town. Now, these games will take place all, I believe, on the 26th of February. Played each other 20 times since 2005, these two teams. Of course, 5 wins for Barrow, 8 wins for Harrogate, and 7 draws. Just 1 win and 6 for Barrow right now, 33% form, up against the Harrogate side, who have got 1-2, lost 2, drawn 2, 50% form for them at the moment. Of course, coming into this, though, just 1 win and 4 for Harrogate, 50% form. Meanwhile, last time at Barrow was a 1 win for Harrogate way back in, of course, March 2021. The reverse fixture in Harrogate this season was a 2-1 win as well. Harrogate have actually won 4 in the bounce against Barrow and conceded just 1 goal in the process. Barrow pick up a 0-0 draw against Stevenage. Bradford did lose to Harrogate last time around midweek as well. The odds for this one, 31-20 is your Barrow, 9-4 is draw, and 50-8 is your Harrogate Town on this one. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw myself on this one to take it to the house, and of course a point in the bag for Barrow. Kicking off forward is Bradford up against Mansfield. Here it is Sparky bloody Hughes. Goodness gracious me. Played each other 7 times, these two sides. 4 wins for Bradford, 2 wins for Mansfield and 1 draw. Just 1-6 though for Bradford right now. 25% form up against a Mansfield side who haven't lost in the last at least 6 games, picking up, however, just 1 win and 4 for them. 75% form for them at the moment. Of course, a lot of draws knocking around for Mansfield, but they're well and truly in the mix. Of course, last time around over at Vale Parade, it was a 1-0 win for Bradford back in March 2021. The reverse fixture over in Mansfield was a 3-2 win for Bradford as well. So Bradford coming into this on the back of 3 successive wins over Mansfield. However, can they make it a 4th? Bradford did lose to Harrogate last time around. Of course, Mansfield pick up a draw as well. The odds 31-20 on this one, Bradford. I think it could be a new manager boost and just the right time as well. 11-5 is your draw. 50-8 is your Mansfield on this one. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Bradford myself on this one. I've always backed them every season to get out of this division, but they just can't do it. Can they get the win this weekend? We'll take a look at, of course, when the results come in. Bristol Rovers, of course, in form at the moment up against Exeter City, also doing very, very well for themselves at the moment as well. Played each other 18 times to these two sides. 6 wins for Bristol Rovers, 9 wins to Exeter, and 3 draws. Bristol Rovers coming to this just 1 defeat by 6, 67% form up against the Exeter side, who haven't lost in at least the last 6 games, 92% form as well. Enough for 5 wins at the past 6 for them. Coming at you though, last round over in Bristol in the league. It was in League 2 back in, of course, April 2016. It was a 3-1 win for Bristol Rovers. Meanwhile, last round, of course, in the league, in Exeter, was a 4-1 win back in August, of course, for Exeter. And also, Exeter picked up a 5-3 win over Bristol Rovers in the EFL Trophy Southern section. So a lot of goals between these two sides. I expect, I guess it's a kind of a little bit of a geographical rivalry-ish. A bit of a stretch on that one. Of course, Bristol Rovers pick up a 2-0 win over Leyton Orient, coming to this on the back of, oh my gosh, 4 clean sheets on the bounce. Kicking off 4 though, Exeter picking up a 4-3 win over Harrogate last round, way back, of course, the 15th. Haven't played in a couple of weeks so far. I look at the odds on this one. Bradford 31-20 for the Federation, 50-8 is your Mansfield, 11-5 is your draw. Bradford, Bristol Rovers hitting the form at the right time, 1-0 win for them, and maybe a push into the top 7 to make a good run for the playoffs. Kicking off orders, Colchester up against Oldham, bit of a relegation 6-pointer, but of course, I think Colchester's not doing great at the moment heading into this one. Played each other 29 times since 2003, 9 wins to Colchester, 6 wins to Oldham, and 14 draws. Just 1 win to 6 though for Colchester right now, 33% form up against the Oldham side, who've actually unbeaten in the last 5. John Sheridan with the great escape, 67% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around though in Colchester was a 3-3 draw back in October 2020. The reverse fixture over in Oldham was a 2-1 for Colchester back in August. Colchester pick up a 2-1 loss against Hartlepool. Oldham pick up a 2-0 win over Bradford last time around. The odds though for this one, Colchester 11-10 for the victory, 12-5 is your draw, and 5-2 is your away win. That is Oldham. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Colchester on this one. Maybe I don't know. I think I'm a bit iffy on that one. I probably want to change that, but I'm going to roll with it. 2-1 win in the end for Colchester, even though I'm a bit dubious. Kicking off was Crawley up against Forest Green Rovers. Played each other 23 times since 2004. 8 wins for Crawley, 9 wins for Forest Green, and 6 draws. Of course, Crawley coming to this just 1 defeat past 5 for them. 50% form up against Forest Green side, who actually lost once in the past 6 as well. 67% form for them at the moment. In fact, back-to-back games without a win for the first time in a long time. Of course, last round in Crawley was a 0-0 draw back in April. The reverse fixture over at Forest Green was a 6-3 win for Forest Green back in August. Forest Green Rovers did lose to Walsall last round. Of course, Hartlepool picked up a win over Crawley last round as well, back in the 12th as well. Been a while since they played. The odds though for this one, Crawley 3-1 for the victory, 11-10 on is your Forest Green, and 5-2 is your draw. Back in the vegans on this one with a 2-0 win for them on this one. Kicking off forward, Walsall up against Hartlepool over the Bescott. Michael Flynn in charge, played the 19 times since 2004. 7 wins for Walsall, 5 wins for Hartlepool, and 7 draws. Just 1 defeat though at the past 3 games. So Walsall right now up against the Hartlepool side, unbeaten in the last 5, 75% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time round though at the Bescott, it was a 1-1 draw back in November 2012. That was in League 1. Of course, meanwhile, the reverse fixture in Hartlepool back in August was a 2-0 win for Hartlepool. The away side hasn't won this game since Hartlepool beat Walsall back in 2008, a 3-2 win as well. Walsall picked up a loss against Swindon, 5-0 last time around. Meanwhile, Hartlepool picked up 2-1 over Colchester last time around. The odds 11-8 is your Walsall, 2-1 is your Hartlepool, and 33-10 is your draw. I'm going to go with a 1-0 for Walsall on this one. New manager bounce, but of course we can't really stick with that just yet. I think there's still a lot of work to be done at Walsall to get them back into the reckoning as a team that should be challenging for promotion. Kicking on forward, it'll be Leyton Orient. Managerless Leyton Orient, maybe. Kenny Jackett is not the manager there. 30 times they played each other against Carlisle, but the form between these two sides is identical. So Carlisle coming to this on the back of 8% form, no wins in the last 8, just 1 draw in the last 6 is the highlight. Same can be said for Leyton Orient, just 1 draw in the last 6 for them, and haven't won in the last 11. Goodness gracious me. Last time around though at Brisbane Road, it was a 3-2 win for Carlisle back in May 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, in August was a 1-1 draw in Carlisle. Meanwhile, Bristol Rovers did beat Leyton Orient 2-0 last time around. Again, Leyton Orient haven't scored in 1, 2, 3, 4 games. They only scored 1 in 6. Leyton Orient, that's like Rovers territory, that. As for Carlisle, coming to this on the back of a 3-0 loss against against Swindon Town. The odds though for this one, Leyton Orient 5-4 on for the victory, 35 is your draw, 7-2 is your away win. Surely something's going to give on this one. I don't think so. It's going to be another 0-0 draw unless some managerial appointment is done. I don't know. They might have already done it, but last time I checked, it was managerless Leyton Orient. Kicking off forward is Newport County up against the Zinger Chicken Dinner. That is Tranmere Rovers over in Wales. Now these two sides have played each other 8 times. It's on 14, 3 for Newport County, 2 for Tranmere, and 3 draws. However, Newport County coming to this on the back of 4 games without a win, 50% form, up against the Tranmere Rovers side, who have won 2, lost 2, drawn 2 as well, 50% form as well, unbeaten without a win in 3. Two sides who want to get themselves back to winning ways and fast. Last time around over in Newport County was a 1-win for Newport County. That's back in October 2020. The reverse fixture over in Tranmere this season was also a 1-win for Newport County as well. Newport County coming to this on the back of a draw against Mansfield. Of course, Tranmere picking up a draw against Port Vale. That was, of course, the last on the weekend, I believe. Kicking on forward, the odds 23-20 for the victory. That is Newport County 23-10 is your draw. 5-2 is your away win. Tight one. This one going to go with 2-1 win for the hosts to take it to the house. Kicking on forward, it's Port Vale up against Stevenage over at Vale Park. Now these two sides played each other 16 times. It's 9, 3 wins for Port Vale, 5 wins for Stevenage, and 8 draws. Of course, Port Vale coming to this just 1 win and 5 for them, 67% for. However, unbeaten in the last 7 games. They've just drawn 4 of the last 5. Meanwhile, Stevenage coming to this on the back of just 1 win and 6 for them, 33% form for them at the moment. Of course, coming at you last round over at Vale Park, it was a 0-0 draw back in February 2021. That was around about this time last season. The reverse fixture, of course, was a 1-1 draw over in Stevenage. Vale pick up a draw against Rochdale. In fact, back to draws are on the moment. 3 draws in quick succession for Port Vale. Meanwhile, Stevenage coming to us on the back of a 4-0 loss against Bristol Rovers. 2017 on is your Port Vale, 5-2 is your, and 10-3 is your away win. Going to go with a 1-0 win for Port Vale on this one at home to take to the house. Kicking off forward, it will be Rochdale. They're going to be taking on Northampton Town. I've got a monitor blocking my screen here, guys. It's quite hard to see. Play each other 21 times, 7-3, 9 wins for Rochdale, 3 for Northampton Town, and 9 draws, of course. Just 1 defeat past 6 though for Rochdale. Turning the screw right now, 50% form for them right now. Meanwhile, Northampton coming to this, just 1 defeat past 6, 67% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time out over at Spotlands, it was a 1-1 draw back in November 2020. That was in League 1. The reverse fixture in Northampton Town this season, of course, was a 3-1 win for Rochdale way back when. In fact, the home side hasn't won this game since Rochdale beat Northampton back in the FA Cup in November 2014. Meanwhile, Rochdale pick up a draw against Port Vale. Of course, Northampton pick up a draw against Scunthorpe United. The odds for this one, Rochdale 30-8 for the victory, 11-5 is your draw, and 9-5 is your away win. That's, of course, Northampton Town. Going to go with a win. What am I going to go with? I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Northampton Town on the road. Into the final 2 now. We have, of course, the double battle of the S's kicking all off with Sutton United up against Scunthorpe United over in Sutton. Play each other just the one time in 2021. Of course, Sutton coming to this just actually unbeaten without a win in 5 now, 50% form. However, just 1 defeat past 6 for them, 50% form. Up against the Scunthorpe side, just 1 win and 6 for them, 25% form for them at the moment. Of course, last round they played each other at Scunthorpe. It was in August. It was a 1-1 draw as well. Scunthorpe picking up a 0-0 draw against Northampton. Sutton picking up a draw against Hartlepool last time around. The odds for this one, though, Sutton United 7-4 on for the victory, 14-5 is your draw, 11-2 is your away win. That is Scunthorpe. Going to go with a win for Sutton here, 2-1 win for them to keep their double promotion bid on the tracks here, guys. It'd be absolutely fantastic if they could do it. And then finally, Swindon Town up against Salford City. Let's get into this one now. Play each other 2 times 2019, 2 wins for Swindon, nothing for Salford, and 0 draws. Whoop, 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 whoop. Well, of course, coming at you, though, Swindon. 3 wins on the spin for them, 58% form. Up against the Salford side, just 1 defeat past 5 for them, 58% form as well. Coming at you last round, it was in Salford. It was back in August. It was a 1 win for Swindon. They haven't played each other in Swindon. I think that was the COVID year where they were scheduled, but of course, they cancelled the season. Swindon with a 5-day win over Walsall. Back-to-back 3 clean sheets on the spin for Swindon. Meanwhile, Salford coming to this, also on back-to-back clean sheets, pick up a 2-0 win over Leyton Orient. The odds over this one, we have 11-8 is your Swindon. Of course, 11-5 is your draw, and 21-10 is your away win. That's Salford City. 3-1 win for me for Swindon Town on this one. That's it, guys. That is bloody it. Be sure to give your own picks in, of course. The next time you see me once again, we'll give you a roundup of the predictor of the month. Of course, I'll bring you bang up to date with the Monster leaderboard, and of course, bring you bang up to date with the results, of course, from this weekend. But that's it. Give it some love and smash your thumbs up. Smash your subscribe. Does wonders to the algorithm. And also, if you are interested in helping out the channel next season, of course, EFL League 2. If you want to be a predictor, a main predictor, of course, the face of the place, you can, of course, let me know down below in the comment section, or better still, follow me on Twitter and direct message me that way. But until then, guys, I'll see you soon for the next one. Until then, dudes, we're done for here.